What's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley.
And I'm Kristen.
And today we've got something really special to talk about with you guys. If you have found your way to this video, first of all, the most important thing for us to tell you is that we are proud of you. My guess is that if you are watching this and maybe you have recently came out, or maybe somebody just shoved you out of that sad, miserable, lonely, confusing, dark as heck freaking closet that you have been trapped inside, and if that's the case, even though it sucks, boo on them. You don't know it yet, but you are about to be living your very best, happy, lovable life. Some of your most difficult, trying times, honestly, are about to come your way. Today, we're going to give you some advice on how to overcome some of the criticism that you may be about to face, and how to handle some of the insecurities that you may start to deal with that you never knew that you had.
So we're gonna kind of touch on what to expect from your family and friends, and maybe some concerns that you're facing now since you've discussed who you actually are. And we'll also talk about things to put yourself out there to maybe be more involved with those that are similar to you. If you have any concerns or more specific topics that we don't go over, please just comment below and we'd be more than happy to discuss those, or maybe within the next video or on down the road.
Our main goal here is to help anybody that we can. If any of what we have to say can help just one person, then that made all this time worth it. So if you're ready to see what we have to say, give this video a thumbs up and let's get into it.
Take a night off and let yourself go a little crazy. Crazy.
Also, we forgot to say that if you haven't came out yet, and maybe you're watching this and thinking about it, or maybe you're still confused and don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, and this is just super freaking hard, you're scared of what your parents are going to say, or your friends, or if you're 40 years old and you feel like divorcing your husband. Hopefully these things are going to help you, and that's our whole intention here. First things first, whether you came out yet or you haven't, one thing you're going to have to deal with is your family, your friends, your coworkers, the people you may go to church with, anybody that you come into contact with that's ever known you before, knowing a new version of you or seeing a new side of you. The thing that you need to know is that no matter what kind of criticism you're going to get, whether they are freaked out or maybe they're shy and don't really know what to say to you, every one of them are going to give you a totally different kind of reaction. Some people may act a little bit freaked out because they've really maybe they don't know anybody who is part of the LGBTQ community. Maybe they don't understand it. They have super strong religious beliefs that make them feel like if they're friends with you, then they'll
be dragged to hell with you.
Yeah. Or remember that in most cases, whether it's friends or family or whatever, it's not you that they're freaked out by. They're just freaked out by the unknown
and what they can't relate to. When you can't find commonality in something, it's kind of harder for you to fathom, so it scares you. And
it's a lot like when you're a kid and it's your first time jumping in the water. You've got a little life jacket on and you know you're gonna, well, you don't know you're gonna float, but everybody's telling you, hey, it's fine, it's safe. You're gonna float when you jump in. You're like, what the heck? I've never been in the water before. But then when you finally jump in and you're like floating, you're like, hey, this is not too bad. This is kind of fun. I like this.
Better than I expected.
Please understand that no matter what, these people, their feelings are not towards you. They're just confused. They don't understand yet, and they're going to get to. And the way that you're going to overcome this is by letting them know who you are. Remember that if they are being rude to you, you're brave, okay? And you've already made the first freaking step, which is more than a lot of people can say that they've done. It's really, 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 really freaking tough. There's nothing I can say that can make it seem like it wasn't. When it happened, I lost a whole lot of friends, or an outsider, or whatever. Now you fast forward, how many years later is this?
Probably
it's 8th grade, 2008. So now you fast forward 13 years later, and I'm finally catching up with some of these people that I went to school with on social media and seeing that there's a lot more of them than I could have ever expected that are now part of the LGBTQ community.
They were just scared themselves.
Well, they did judge me, but now they finally came out themselves, so it's great. But anywho, if you've made this step, you are super duper brave.
Side note, if If you haven't come out yet and you're extremely nervous to for a specific person or a specific group of people, I truly believe that you should reassess if they belong in your life or not. If it's really nerve-wracking and you don't feel like it's going to go smoothly, and if you feel like that will actually define your relationship, just kind of think twice if they really belong with you and if they're really good for your life. If it's something that really changes the entire dynamic of how you interact with a person, you have to put yourself first. And though you reach that pain initially, it'll be worth it in the end because that person's not dragging you down and that person's not hindering you from being who you really want to be. They don't belong in your life. Yeah. And that's okay.
People that you may think are going to judge you the harshest may actually in turn be the people that would support you
the most. Yeah.
Something else we need to talk about is if you are religious, we need to talk to you about going to church and how to handle that situation. If you're not religious of any kind, or if you don't believe in God, whatever you believe in, please don't be offended by anything that I say, but in church, and it crushed me when I felt weird. I felt like everyone in the church was against me. These people that I grew up with, that I loved, that I thought supported me, that were my friends, basically like my second family. Now they've turned a cold shoulder to me. It was so heartbreaking. It's really hard to tell you what to do in those cases because I can't lie, it's gonna be awkward. It's still awkward when I go back home and go to one of those little churches with my family. No offense to them, I just feel freaking awkward, but I can say that there are places out there that are accepting of who we are. We go to a church called Grace Point. It is in Nashville, Tennessee, but the great thing is that they're live. There are several other churches out there like this in the country that you can tune into and you can watch them from the freaking comfort of your own bed or from your living room, from your phone, on the toilet, in the bathroom, wherever. It's fine. For Grace Point specifically, back in 2015 when gay marriage was legalized, they also extended their membership to members of the LGBTQ community. So there are places that are fully welcoming of us and they will support you. I mean, we go in there and we feel just like a regular human, just as God intended us to be able to feel. Do your research. I'm sure there's a place somewhere around you. You can get what you deserve, and if you don't want to go anywhere, just go live.
I originally came out, as I mentioned before, it wasn't really my preference and timing. Afterwards, I was really awkward around my family. They weren't really expecting it. I don't think anyone really foresaw me to come out. As for, of course, my church family, I was kind of scared to even leave my bedroom to go sit in the living room to watch TV with them just because I didn't know if it would feel okay, and a lot of the times it didn't, just because I didn't know if they were wondering about me in their heads. I didn't know if they were fabricating things or opinions or just whatever precedent that they had said. I didn't want to disappoint them, and I didn't want to gross them out, honestly, just because it was very against whatever beliefs they have. You just kind of ride that air out and you find a comfortable spot, and then honestly it's not even something that you or they think of. After a while, it's just kind of normal. It's just who you are. It's just an aspect. It's like your favorite color. It's just your preference, and it takes time with specific families and specific people, but like I said, it's really worth it. And
you looked at me and said it's worth it.
Yeah, because it is. It's really peaceful when you finally ride out that awkward, like Ashley said, that awkward air. It ends, and now it's comfortable, and now I'm happy, and I don't feel like I have to hide anything about my identity or who I want to be happy with.
Okay, so the second thing that we're going to talk about with you guys, now you've came out, or you're thinking about coming out, and you need to figure out what you're going to do when you do. Maybe you're a little apprehensive to put yourself out there in terms of getting out into the dating world, and like, how am I going to find someone that is like me? You know, if I'm a girl, how am I going to find someone who likes girls? If I'm a dude, how am I going to find someone who likes dudes? Well, because it seems like they are just like so few and far between. And how do you know? Do they have to wear a rainbow on their shirt so that I know that I'm allowed to approach them? No. Okay, so what you can do is, all you got to do is download a dating app. You've got Grindr, you've got, I want to say my personal favorite, Hinge.
Favorite?
This is before baby though, okay? So why I really like Hinge, let me just get this out there, is that instead of just swiping left or swiping right based off of the way someone looks, they've got a totally different style platform where you put pictures of yourself out there. They give you prompts to caption those photos with, and it may be like a question like, what's something you like to do, what's your favorite color. The questions are way more intricate than that, but those are that's you get the idea. People are going to respond to those questions that are interested in you, and that's how you start your conversation. So no more TC pickup lines. They're like, oh, this is a cool question that was asked, they've got a cool response to this, I totally feel them on another level, and I want to have a conversation with them. And boom, you start there. Doesn't mean you've got to freaking meet the very next day. You're not obligated to anything, but what you can do is get yourself some practice in, have some conversation. Just know that there are so many people out there that are, I don't know, available to you. Like, it's really, really weird, but you can use a dating app to make it easier for you, or if you've just got this absurd amount of freaking confidence and you're just out in the world and you're at Starbucks and you think that the barista is cute as heck, or you're at work and the new girl is super hot and you want her number, just send her a message and start a conversation and just do what you can. The worst she's gonna do is say,
or stalk her on Facebook at 3 a.m. and just message her.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, okay? The cool thing also is that no one is going to know that you have it besides people that are also on that same dating app. And when you have the app, you do have the option to select what you're interested in. So you can pick male, female, both. The people that you come across are going to pull up for people that have, like if you come across someone that's a girl that you know from school and you come across her, well, let me tell you that on her side of things, she has also selected that she is interested in female. So you got a chance, bro. You got a chance.
I'm not exactly an advocate for dating apps. I wish that people would meet more conventionally. You have the chance, compliment the person that you see. Take action. Don't be worried about what they'll think or what they feel. It's kind of like with coming out. Just say what you want to say. And even if that person isn't interested, or even if that person is more straight than an arrow,
it's nice to compliment them.
It's still nice to speak your piece, and that person will sit well with that. They'll revisit that thought in their heads every now and then, and you'll actually impact them. Maybe you'll secure some insecurity that they've had for a long time. You'll just brighten their day. It doesn't really matter whether you're rejected or not. They're not going to be rude. And I think you should try to venture and get out of your comfort zone, and I think you'll be prouder of yourself for that.
The third thing that we're going to talk about with you guys is truly how you're going to build your personal confidence, how you're going to feel better about yourself. And this would apply before and after you've came out. You've came out, you're about to be living your rebirth, if you will. You've been born again.
Essentially.
Okay? You are going to get to be the real you. When it comes to what people are going to say to you and how they're going to affect you, and we can't lie, some things are going to bog you down a little bit. The best thing that you can do is try and do healthy things for you. Exercising more, eating well to feel good about yourself, and it's just freaking proven, okay? When you put good things in your body, you are gonna feel better. Yeah. Listen to self-development, read about self-development. Personally watch a lot of self-development on YouTube. There is so many things out there. I like to watch Alpha M. I like to look at a lot of fitness people.
All day.
You literally can search in YouTube, you can be like, how to look more attractive to girls. Boom.
7 videos at least.
And one of the things that I watched in a video was how to appear more confident. And just one small thing that I changed in my daily life was walking. Instead of looking down while I'm walking, I held my head up while I was walking. She told me that she found that super attractive.
It worked.
Yeah, I got that from a YouTube video that I was watching, just trying to build myself as a human. The more that you love yourself, the more lovable you're going to become to other people. Anything you can do to develop yourself personally is always going to be good for you.
Right.
Invest in yourself, the more lovable you're going to be to other people.
For the rest of your life, never stop.
Come here.
Come here, you want to make your debut? Come here.
Ayla's joined us.
Oh, rock my ear.
Thank you.
Thank you. Puppy love.
Bye. So the fourth and final thing that we have to talk about with you guys is this is the secret to having confidence, rebuilding confidence, loving your freaking life, living your best life.
Loving yourself.
One thing that's really cool about coming out, and it sounds kind of weird, but I feel like you get a free pass to do basically anything that you want to after you have, because people understand that you are a badass and you have came out and you don't care what anybody thinks and you are gonna be you. One of the hardest things that you are going to hear after you have came out is you don't look gay. I'm sure you've heard this. You're too pretty to be gay.
Literally. Literally. Actually, probably multiple times. Yeah.
That crap. One, that is freaking whack. That is BS, okay? Because there is no way, well, there are some things that us people in the LGBTQ community do, like we excel in our swag, and we're typically, we try to love people, you know what I mean? Given that we're more accepting that everyone is not going to be the exact freaking same. But in reality, like hearing you don't look gay should not be considered as a insult, okay? And you shouldn't take that as a freaking call to try and look gay or to correct anything about yourself.
They're just unfamiliar with just differing humans.
Being gay has nothing to do with what you wear. I'm gay. She's gay. Look what I'm wearing. Look what she's wearing. Well, you're too pretty to be gay. I'm so freaking sorry, but this girl, she's gay. She's my girlfriend, and she is so pretty, okay? Pretty to be gay is just not a freaking insult. Let's just say that.
There's not a scale as to how pretty you are. Whatever you look like, you're gorgeous. In your own ways, in your own preferences. We'll just say that. Anyway.
You're too pretty to be gay.
Yeah. Even my best friend, upon meeting me for the first time, she tells me, you don't even look gay. There was one video that I wore a hat in. She was like, yeah, now I see it. Now you actually look gay. Dress how you want to dress. Look how you want to look. You don't have to look gay. You don't have to try not to look gay. Just whatever you feel attractive in is what you should do.
Here, which is that you need to start owning who you are, okay? And this is really freaking hard. It took a really long time for me to cut my hair. I always was told when I was younger that if I cut my hair, I'd get all the girls, and I'm like, no. I mean, at the time, I still could get girlfriends, and I had my long hair, and that's still absolutely fine.
I'm
like,
sure.
Whatever you like, long hair, short hair, it doesn't matter. But eventually, I was interested in that, and I wanted to do that, and I felt like that's what I should be doing, so I did it, and it made me feel better instantly. I had way more confidence because I looked great. I personally feel better with my fresh fade like that. Get your freaking tattoos, you know. I recently I got something on my neck. I got something on my hand. It just makes me feel better about myself. It's what I want. It's expressing who I am through my body, okay? Whether that be tattoos or maybe with your clothes. If you're
a piercing.
I do want to tell you that ultimately, once you get there and you do have the confidence to do that, you should. Like, it's gonna be awkward at first. It will just feel weird, but you are gonna feel good, and that is all that matters. And the better you feel, the better you look to other people, and the more confident you are going to be.
Just be secure in who you are, and that's important. No matter what you're involved with, people read that, and people therefore become insecure in themselves because you aren't really sure, and that just makes everyone uncomfortable. That's not a happy life.
If you are afraid of what your work is going to say or what people in your town are going to think or whatever, I'm so sorry, but heck then.
If it's an important job that is building for your future, just consult your manager or your top dog employer. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's completely fine. Or maybe you need to find a new job.
Sometimes when you go out, when you are in public, specifically if you look like me, you're going to get a lot of people that are staring at you and
trying to decipher if you're a boy or girl.
Yeah. Like if you're in the bathroom and some woman looks at you weird and they're like, oh God, my bad, I'm in the wrong.
Just keep moving, baby.
Just wash your hands and get out. If you're gonna cut your hair, that's just something that you gotta get used to. But I mean, you know what you are, you know, and yeah, there's that. So people will stare at her because she's with me and they're like, what the heck is going on there? What are they doing? We're just like loving each other and life is great and we're just happy and just living our best life and heck them, who cares? That's just a little bit of advice that we have for you guys. We both came out a little while ago, so we've had some time to get adjusted and acclimated to the lifestyle that we're living now. And building your confidence is going to take time. You're always gonna run into people that are going to try your insecurities and I don't know, that you're gonna second guess yourself, and that's not gonna stop for a little while, and that's fine. Just do your best and just know that you are loved and be yourself and try to hold your chin up.
If you're secure within yourself, those other people's opinions or looks or even just your own thoughts about those people won't matter to you anymore. They won't be so predominant. You will be able to ignore whatever stares you get more easily.
Maybe you found a boyfriend or a girlfriend on one of those wonderful dating apps, and you know what? You can just go home and laugh together about the awkward freaking day that you had. Always, sometimes people call me sir and I say, all right. If you guys enjoyed our video, please give this video a like. Please comment down below if you've got any questions for us that you would like us to answer in the future. If there's anything that we missed here, please consider subscribing because we've got a lot more ideas that we have in store for you guys. We're so happy to be here, and we're so happy that you guys chose to be here. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you again. Have a good night.